Is your music lacking bass and clarity? Or maybe you want to make it more lo-fi? Either way, the answer to your problem is equalization, or EQ for short. Sound is made up of waves at different frequencies. Humans can hear frequencies from 20 to 20,000 Hz. With an EQ, you can boost frequencies that you want to hear more of, and cut frequencies that you want to hear less of. In Soundation, there are two options for this, the Equalizer and the Parametric EQ. Let's take a quick look at the Equalizer first. It's very simple and basic with three knobs. At 50% they are doing nothing, and from there you can either boost or cut these different sections of frequencies. Let's see what we can do on this drum loop. We can boost the bass, or remove it. We can adjust the treble to make it brighter, or darker. And with the mid, we can make it sound fatter, or thinner. This is a great tool for starting out, but it has its limitations. Luckily, the Parametric EQ is a lot more powerful, so let's look at that now. One really cool thing you can do here is turn on the analyzer to see the frequencies of the sound. There are a few different styles, but I prefer the spectrum analyzer. We can see here that there is a lot of low bass when the kick hits. The treble is mainly the hi-hat, and the snare is providing the most of the mids. There are some presets here that you can explore, but every sound is different, so you will most likely have to adjust them to taste. The principle is the same as with the Equalizer. You can drag these dots up to boost the frequencies, and down to cut them. You can also drag them sideways to change what frequency you're targeting. These bands down here correspond to the dots. You can turn them off and on. Here you can also adjust the frequency and how much you want to boost or cut it by dragging or typing in the exact number. And here we have the Q value. With this, you can either make the band wider to affect more frequencies, or narrower to affect less. You can see by the shapes here that there are different filter types. The one we have looked at so far is a peak filter, which will target the frequency in the center and the ones around it. These four are all the same. These two are known as shelf filters. The low shelf will affect the frequencies below this point, which is great for boosting the bass. And the high shelf will affect the frequencies above this point, which is great for boosting the treble. Now we have created a more hyped up sound with a lot of bass and clarity, although I think it's too much. You can also cut with the shelves, but if you want to remove the treble or bass entirely, then the low pass and high pass filters are better options. The high-pass filter will let the frequencies above the cutoff pass through while cutting the lower ones. And it's the opposite with the low-pass filter. Now that we have cut both the bass and the treble, we've got more of a lo-fi vibe going on. The frequencies won't just disappear above the cutoff. They will roll off in a natural way. You can choose how steep you want this roll-off to be here. The Q on this filter will add a resonant peak that will boost the frequencies right at the cutoff point. If the EQ is removed or added a lot of volume, then you can adjust the final output here to make it more balanced. I did a lot of exaggerated EQing in this tutorial, so it's easier to hear what it does. Most of the time it's better to be more subtle though, but if it sounds good, then it is good. We will probably dive deeper with the EQ in future tutorials, so let us know if there's anything specific you want to learn.